This is the story of what one washed-up writer will do for his only published play.
You have a seat, Mr. Calm yourself! Come, Mr. Gibbon! Come, Mr. Gibbon! Come!
Well, maybe it's about a little bit more than that. It was a rainy day when he arrived unannounced at my shop. I assured him he had come in error.
The Bernard Coates bookshop, being an extension of Bernard Coates himself, who is, of course, me, does not buy or sell rubbish. Therefore,
I received this letter.
Having heard of your wide-ranging search for A.J. Gibbon's teleplay, I Saw Bones, blah, blah, blah. I am sure I've seen it in Bernard Coates' private shop. Signed by nobody. Well, if you're interested in a crime, you might as well hear the eyewitness reports.
Crime? Isn't that a little too...
Lenient? Far too. Scripts like that ruined lives.
Whose?
That's a good question.
Tonight, the 1935 International Academy of the Dramatic Arts Awards. Yes, the fans are out like gangbusters, and everybody's talking about one thing. You guessed it. Lent Little. Using techniques picked up on an extended stay in Moscow, Little has taken the acting world by storm. Yes, the glittering, glamorous Soviet Union. And who trained him? This man, Konstantin Stanislavski. Stanislavski taught Little to convince himself that he really is the character he's playing. 4 movies is all it took to convert the critics to his style.
His style, should I say lack of style, is exemplified by what can only be called a realistic truth. That screams goodbye to artifice, adios to fakery, bon voyage to pasteurization!
And says hello to Lent Little, the best actor of 1935!
Little's main squeeze, confirmed background artist Edith M, makes all this insanity possible. She was a minor ballerina until an injury made her an even minorer actress. She's the stand-in for real actors too busy to be there with Lent during his months-long self-hypnosis. Or so his writer-director A.J. Gibbon says.
Lent spent a winter in a convalescent home for shell-shocked vets. He studied what the war done to their bodies and minds, real dark stuff. He shadowed this one ex-pilot that crashed in Germany, and suddenly Lent couldn't stop giving speeches, which was strange, because the Germans aren't really known for their oratory. Anyway, Edith was a projectionist there at the hospital. That's how Lent met her. Crazy thing is, he did all that research living with a bunch of nuts the whole winter. And he's only in the movie for 5 minutes. He gets shot down in the opening credits and we never see him again.
I find a strict concept of private property maintains morale, especially when men are living one on top of another in trenches. This far from the front, I thought such strictures obsolete. That is, until this morning, when the levels of my personal stock fell a full 2 inches below last night's slash. What do you have to say for yourself?
On the next picture, Lent demanded Edith be his rehearsal partner, which worked out pretty well because nobody else would take that abuse for 12 hours a day on a coffee girl's salary.
I think you know who stole your spirits. Or, now that there are no Kraut prisoners to execute, will slanderous accusations be another of your sadistic entertainments?
Oh. There are crowds enough, Lieutenant. Though they may be called other things.
So she worked with him for months, then got replaced with a real actor. And when filming was done, she snapped him out of character. And that's how we work, us three. To tell you the truth, I don't really know what Edith gets out of it, but we really hit our stride with this year's The Point of Disclosure. And says hello to Lent Little, the best actor of 1935!
"9 months. That's all it takes for one personality to replace another, according to Dr. Hardaway. I mean, that's in schizophrenic patients, but... The new one takes over, replaces all the memories and all the dreams of the old one, rewrites them. You know, I was in this movie over a year ago. And on the ride over here to this show, I couldn't stop thinking, is it gonna go too long? Am I gonna be late to work at the docks tomorrow morning? At the docks. I was Perry Toloy for 6 months. I don't want to know what happens to Lent Little 3 months later. I'm retiring. I'm done.
Wow, what a shock. Lent Little retired. So, Mr. Gibbon, what's next for you now that you won't have Lent Little to flesh out your little follies?
Oh, Frank, this town is full of flesh. That was never the problem. As a matter of fact, I'm working on a Civil War drama about a surgeon who believes that transplanting an organ also transplants the personality.
Ah, theater of the absurd.
It's a serious drama. And it's going to be the first film broadcast live on television.
Television, eh? Well, what about those who say that you'd still be in radio if it weren't for your partnership with Lent Little?
You're still in radio. And it's questions like that that keep you there. Excuse me.
Wouldn't have it any other way, sir.
But with all tales of genius comes its handmaiden, madness. How'd Lent get into character for this one? The cops say he spent months trying to witness a murder, and when he finally did, he lied about it, under oath, just like his character. Little claims he didn't commit the perjury.
I didn't see nothing.
You witnessed the suicide of Elwyn Robinson. The state has pictures of you.
It wasn't me. It was my character.
Exactly.
Wait, I meant like in a play.
You think this is a game?
Now you're deliberately misapprehending me.
You've already been apprehended.
Pity my mouth now.
You're out of order.
This just in, Little declares to judge, my city is Moscow.
Why? Warden, please don't. Please don't do this. I don't know if I can make it. Please.
Does Gibbon want this thing trashed, or is he taking it with him?
What? Gibbon. What the hell does AJ Gibbon have to do with my music?
And it was all for this insignificant piece of trash.
What did you just say?
What?
About the music. You couldn't know about the music. The rest was in the news, sure, but how could you know that I mean, that he... No.
You are unduly flustered, sir.
And you are completely insane.
No, I'm not.
I knew it. I knew you were too British to be true. You're still playing a character. Bernard Coates.
Bernard Coates, that's my name. Now, please, have a seat, Mr. Gimmelfarb.
You have a seat, Mr. Gimmelfarb!
You were going to throw away our lives for your girl.
Do you want me to call Miss Vandy?
You know I didn't make you crazy. You know it. You've always been crazy, and all I wanted was my damn script.
Mr. Gimmelfarb, you have to calm yourself.
You stay away from me, or I will rip that thing right off. What is it with you anyway, huh? And the fake noses? Every damn role, I need a bigger nose. My character needs a jagged profile. Well, why don't you just use your own goddamn nose for once?
Mr. Gibbon! Calm yourself!
Having heard of your wide-ranging
search for A.J. Gibbon's teleplay, I Saw Bones.
All I wanted was my damn script.
I am sure I've seen it in Bernard Coates' private shop.
So, Mr. Gibbon, what's next for you now that you won't have Lent Little to flesh out your little
If
folly?
you're interested in crime, you might as well hear the eyewitness reports.
Crime? Isn't that a little too...
Lenient? Far too. Scripts like that ruined lives.
Whose?
That's a good question.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
So, Lent had figured out what you'd done. And still, he acted in I Saw Bones. How?
You don't remember?
How on earth could I remember? Oh, that's right. Your theory. I'm him.
Yeah, right, my theory.
Oh, bugger all. It would be a nice twist, though, wouldn't it? If A.J. Gibbon, trying to find the lost copy of his lost script, evidence, I suppose, that this washed-up alcoholic at some distant point in the past been a success. And who does he meet but Lent Little, Years after he'd betrayed him, after Lent had been forced to invent a new persona to replace the one Gibbon had stolen from him. If only your imagination was that active when you wrote. No, I've no psychologically hidden first-hand knowledge of your little schemes, so the question still stands. How on earth did you get him to act in I Saw Bones?
I gave her a part.
No. That's not right.
She could star in her... She could star in her first film if she got Lent to act in it.
She wouldn't do that. She loved him.
Yeah, sure she did.
She wanted him to retire so they could settle down.
Of course, until I finally gave her a part. The Confederate's daughter who falls in love with the Union surgeon. It took a little bit of convincing, but, not much.
I found this beautiful spot upstate. You can both live like it's the Civil War, tent and all, while you prepare. I know how much you've wanted... No. I know how much you deserve this. And now I wrote you the part that is gonna change your life forever. And if he goes too far, if he gets in too deep, what's the signal if you need me to call cut and get you both back to reality?
But it was a letter she sent, so I rushed up there like a madman. If only I knew I'd been followed.
But does Lent really think he's a Union doctor in the woods? Or is it just some publicity stunt? Never fret, your intrepid busybody has commandeered a canoe.
Nurse Dufresne.
General, Perry is the name, sir.
Right, they don't marry till the third act. At ease, my defecting Southern belle. Save your limited work ethic for your patients. Where is he? Is he nearby? Where is he? Dr. Dufresne!
I promised Edith I'd get him out if he went too far. But Lent had gone deeper than ever before. He rewrote all his own memories. He wasn't an orphan because his actor parents died in a theater fire. They died in the plague of 1836. That's why he didn't go study with Stanislavski in Moscow. He went to France to study medicine with Louis Pasteur. His brain became all blood and surgery. All war and death. He was far gone, all right. Wherever he was, I put him there.
So why'd you write me?
We want to do the transplant.
The what?
The thing you wrote that we do, the kidney transplant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure, absolutely. Let's do it. Are you insane?
You wrote it.
As a metaphor.
For what?
For, you know, because Dr. Dufresne thinks that it'll transplant his personality to her and wants to see if he's right.
But that's not a metaphor.
Yeah, I know, but the idea is consummation, you know, devotion to a cause and to each other. Pregnancy.
It's a metaphor for all those things.
I don't know. That's for the critics, really. So.
You realize your little self-indulgence becomes our reality, don't you?
Fine, I'll cut it then.
No, you can't. Not when we're 6 months in. He can't just cut it.
All right. Well, this here little gimmick takes a picture of your soul. Just a small piece of it each time for other people to look at. Don't do it too much, though. Soul can get all used up, you see. Oh, gosh, don't do anything rash with that big prop, Sonny.
Is any of this ringing a bell?
I do remember reading something about Pangborn's misfortune.
I promised him I wouldn't let him go past 9 months.
Oh, God, don't cry.
I'm not crying. He's been at it for 6 months, AJ. He won't stop until he gets it. We've got to...
He knows who I am. I can see that he knows who I am.
Is that really how you remember it? Lent. You were there.
No. No.
So now, not only did I have to deal with Lent losing his mind, I had to figure out how to get him out of a murder charge.
Wow, what a shock. Let Little retire.
I'm working on a Civil War drama about a surgeon who believes transplanting an organ also transplants the personality.
9 months. That's all it takes for one personality to replace another, according to Dr. Hardaway.
I decided that something even more bizarre than a missing reporter might distract the public long enough. And after some convincing, the doctor agreed. You know, I guess you could say I killed 3 birds with 1 stone. I got Lent out of trouble for Pangborn's death. I didn't have to cancel production on I Saw Bones. And despite the disgust that the doctor and I felt at what we were doing, it was, after all, what Edith asked for. But all these years later, seeing what you both become, I should have given you both up. You'd have been better off in prison. As yourselves. Than what you are now.
No. You think you know so much about her? Maybe you're playing A.J. Gibbon. Maybe you're Let Little!
Come, Mr. Gibbon. Come, Mr. Gibbon. Look at, we just need to wash your makeup.
Every time I try to save a soldier, I put a bit of myself in each one. And when they die, as they tend to, those bits get buried with them. One day when I've put all of myself into them, I will be a blank. I will be empty.
And I will be there to color you again, Doctor. I'll always be there to bring you back.
Well, it's over. And that'll be the last.
It better be. Another war like that, I can't see us surviving. One half against the other. This country can't fight itself another moment. It needs good men to heal it. Men like you. Doctor.
She was supposed to be there for him. She was supposed to be there to bring him out of it. went out when it was over.
Is he gone? Is he gone?
That gentleman gone?
Yes, Miss Vandy. He's long gone.
You haven't been smoking, have you?
No, I haven't been smoking. Cross my heart and hope to die.
Tomorrow, then, Mr. Coates.
Tomorrow, Miss Vandy. And tomorrow. And tomorrow.
Why did you write me? It was your letter, wasn't it? Oh my God. You thought it was real, the transplant, but the doctor only made a cut, nothing switched. At least give me credit for that. At least give me credit for that.
So I did this all myself. Mr. Gibbon.